All right. And did y'all see that we have and I think Chandra Blow is going to do an episode on Thursday. I need y'all to make sure that you show up. That's one of our fellow. Did y'all see that we have? That's my country behind. Hold on. So I want to make sure that y'all show up on YouTube this Thursday, 11 o'clock in the morning. Chandra's going to come on. I keep trying to say Chandra, but I think it's Chandra. I'm going to ask her to correct me if I'm wrong. Chandra, if you're on the call, go ahead and correct me if I'm saying your name wrong. But she was able to exit her 9 to 5, do her work full time as an entrepreneur. So we're going to clap that up. Listen, and she's going to tell us about her experience doing that. So I want to make sure that we show support. She's another fellow creative. I think she joined the Academy in December, and April, on my birthday, I didn't even know this, y'all. I checked my y'all know I don't ever check my DMs. The DMs is the wrong place to message me. So what happened was I was seeing all of her work, and I was getting ready to message her just to say, hey, you're doing a phenomenal job. I see your growth. I'm very proud of you. And I noticed this was like 2 days ago, y'all. So this is literally 4 months after she messaged me. I saw that she messaged me April 1st on my birthday. And she's like, Shanon, I just want to tell you that I'm so thankful for this experience. And because of you, I was able to quit my job and do this full time on April 1st. And I was like, wait a minute, April 1st is a real special day. April 1st is a real special day. It's April Fool's Day, first of all. So you know your girl is going to be a little bit foolish. But listen, April Fool's is also the birthday of my birthday twin, who is here tonight to drop so many jewels on y'all. Like, I am so excited. Like, I'm cheesing. Do y'all see me cheesing? When I told y'all that I want to bring people in this room, I want to bring people in front of you who have wealth of information, who can help us along this journey, so we don't feel like we got to go Google and YouTube University, all of this stuff. Listen, this is the reason why. Like, I'm committing to, just like y'all committed to this challenge, I'm committing to bringing you more information. So I want to introduce a doctor tomorrow to you, who is a phenomenal human being, first and foremost, a beautiful spirit inside and out, and just a phenomenal person to bring you information, because she's a wonderful teacher. She breaks things down probably better than me, especially when you're talking about very complex concepts of finance, of stock trading, you name it in the business realm, a virtual assistants. Y'all know we've been hearing this word, virtual assistants. She can help break down all of those things and how they can help you, and how you can bring so much prosperity to your business by just having the knowledge and tapping in on these things. Are y'all ready? If you're ready, I need you to tell me that you're ready in this chat. So those of y'all that said that you was tired, or those of you that said you might be overworked or whatnot, are y'all ready now? Are we ready? I need to know this. Oh, y'all said bring it. Yes, I'm seeing already. So you sure y'all not tired? If you're tired, you need to take a nap. I'm gonna tell Dr. T, we can come back another time. We need to take a nap. Awesome. Let's go. Teresa says, let's go. So let's get it. Without further ado, I want to bring to you Dr. Tamara. Woo!
Hey. Well, I am so honored to be here with all you guys. Oh my God, there's so many of you right now. So I am super duper honored to be with you guys tonight, and to be on my birthday twins platform. Okay.
Yes.
Both of our birthdays are on April 1st. All right. So yes, we are a fool. We're both very creative. So that's kind of crazy. We love the exact same colors. So it's crazy. So it's just, I'm telling you, we are truly, truly, truly twins. Like, I'm just younger than she. Okay, I'm just actually younger than she is. Okay, no, but I'm super duper excited to be with you guys tonight. I can't wait to explain some of the information that's going to be that's important for you to move your business into the next level. We're going to talk about funding, and we're going to talk about scaling. That's super duper important for your business to expand and take it to the next level. So I want to ask you guys, and I don't want you to take it personal. And everybody turn their cameras on. Like, seriously, we're here. I'm showing, I look crazy, so we can look crazy together. Okay. Everybody looks lovely. All right. But turn your cameras on so we can engage with one another, so I can share this amazing information. And again, we're with family, so I don't want you guys to feel ashamed or feel a little bit uncomfortable about some of the questions that I'm going to be asking you, because this is about moving your business forward and scaling to the next level. Okay, so really quickly, how many of you are doing your business part-time? Put a 1 inside of the chat, for me, please. How many of you are doing your business part-time? Okay. All right. How many of you have now converted to full-time in your business? Give me a 2 inside the chat, Congratulations. How many of you have actually quit your job? Drop me a 3 inside of the chat, please. Congratulations, Miss Jennings. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations, Miss Twine. I hope I said that right, Miss Alicia? Okay. All right, great. Because I do not like getting nobody's name wrong, because my name is Tamara and not Tamara and Tamara and all this other stuff people be trying to say. So I like to get people's names correctly. All right. Does being laid off count? Well, if it's a good layoff, if you feel that it's a good layoff, Miss Amore, then yes, it counts. Okay. All right. So another question I want to ask each and every single one of you is, how is your personal credit? Again, we're amongst family. Do not feel embarrassed, because in our communities, just keeping it real, they said don't mess with credit cards. Okay. It was always about cash, and you're not going to debt and all of that stuff. So if you're going to scale your business to the next level, and we're going to get you some funding so you can automate your business on autopilot, we got to work on some things. Okay. So never feel embarrassed if your credit scores are in the 5s, the 6, the 4s. Never feel embarrassed, because you could have went through a bad time. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I had to file bankruptcy 3 times, okay, just to save my home. So what I'm telling you is I understand. All right. So we got some folks that are fear. Natanya said fear. Okay. All right. So we got some fear. We got some fair. We got some good. We got some great. All right. Fantastic. Let me ask you another question. Are all of you incorporated with your LLC, limited liability corporation? If you have your business, please drop a 4 inside of the chat. If you have LLC'd your business, please drop a 4 inside of the chat. Now, the main thing I want to make sure is when I ask this other question, okay, because there's a certain way that you have to go about doing your business. Do you have an employee identification number with your business? Drop me a 5 inside of the chat. Which one did you do first? The egg or the chicken? The LLC or the EIN? Which one did you do first? All right. Okay, Chrissy, which one did you do first? You couldn't do them at the same time. One of them went first. Miss Amelia, Miss Savage, which one did you do first? Okay. Ooh, Sharon, incorrect. You have an LLC, Miss Sharon? Okay. Miss Sharon, do you have an LLC? Because you'll be considered a sole proprietor. Okay. Okay. We want to make sure that you guys are systematically in order, okay? Because there's a certain way of doing things when you are doing your business, all right? And that's acquiring your LLC before you are obtaining your employee identification number. So that's a nugget right there. So let me drop some more information for you. When you created your business name, did you look your name up to see if it was trademarked? Drop a 7 in the chat if you did. Drop an 8 in the chat if you did not. 7 you did. 8, you didn't. Okay? Because if that business happens to be, if that name happens to be trademarked, guess what happened? If you're using it, I mean, I want you guys to think about it for a second. Think about how Kim Kardashian is being sued left and right, right? I'm sure you guys have, if you kind of follow that, all right? Kim Kardashian is being sued because she used the name Skin, all right? Which somebody else already had that name, okay? They had that name a couple of years ago. And basically it's the same genre. So you definitely want to make sure that you check those things out first, then acquire your domain name, then acquire. So let me ask you another question. How many of you are using a Gmail, Hotmail, GoDaddy, or whatever, as opposed to a professional email? If you have a professional email, drop me a flame inside the chat that matches your domain name. Or if you are using a Google, drop me a bomb inside the chat. Okay. And I need the flame. If you have a business email, I need the bomb. If you're using a Gmail inside, ooh, or Yahoo, Ashanti, I'm gonna spank your hand. Okay. You must have a business email. Okay. A business email. If you're using Outlook, Miss Alicia, is that attached to your domain name? Miss Alicia, is that attached to your domain? Excellent. Okay. Okay. Business email. What type of business email, Miss Christina? Is it attached to your domain name? Fantastic. All right. So those are important. Now, are you using your home address or are you using a business address? Put H for home, B for business. And the business address should not be your home. Should not be your home. How many of you have a Dun & Bradstreet number? If you have a DNB number, put a D in the chat. If you don't, put an N. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. We got to work on that if you have a business, because the whole point of moving forward is so you can acquire funding. Because if you want to expand your business, you want to be able to acquire funding. On top of that, you have an opportunity to shift some of that debt. Who wants to shift some debt from personal out their name? Okay, see, I see all the hands now. Okay, folks waving and everything. All right, Miss Pat. Like, yes, I gotta shift that. Okay, I don't need that on me personally. Girl, I understand. Okay, how many of you have student loans at this moment in time? Drop me the amount of your student loan inside of the chat. Drop me amount of your student loan inside of the chat. Inside of the chat, baby. Put it inside the chat. Okay. Put it inside the chat, the amount of your student loan. Put it inside the chat. Okay. All right. So let me ask you a quick question. Are you guys going for your forgiveness? Are any of you going for the forgiveness? Why not, Nikita? Because we helping folks get their stuff discharged, removed, deleted, and gone. Now, if you want to keep paying, if you want to pay it, you can leave it on there. We're going to help you with that as well. Okay. You can also learn to shift the debt. Shift the debt. Shift the debt. You want to definitely take advantage of the fact that they're giving you up to $20,000 in Pell Grant that you're able to forgive. If you have worked in these particular professions, and I'm going to actually pull that up for you so you guys can see that, okay? You definitely want to get this form completed if you have literally, wait a minute, studentaid.gov. How many have logged into their studentaid.gov? Not very many, huh? Not very many, I see. Okay. Because some people are in denial. They don't even want to look at it. They're just like, I just don't want to deal with it. Would you guys agree or agree? Is that how some of you feel? I just don't want to deal with it. I went to school because I needed money to survive. Who can admit that? They went to school because they needed to pay their rent and college. They needed to eat. Can anybody admit that? Because I went to school, I went and got my doctorate. So, I was on it. So this right here, mine is at a zero payment. What do you mean, Miss Queen? Did you pay into it, dear? Did you pay into your student loan? Miss Queen, did you pay into your student loan? Yes or no? Okay, so yours is you don't have to make a payment. All right. So some of you, if you would have paid into, you still owe, if you still owe, we need to be going for that forgiveness. Okay. We need to be going for that forgiveness. So if you ended up working in any of, can you let me share my screen real quick, Shannon? Because I want to pull this form up. Okay. I want to pull this form up because this is super duper important.
You're good to share your screen.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you.
So if you have worked in any of these areas, emergency management, a nonprofit organization, a military service, public safety, law enforcement, public interest legal services, early childhood education, if you had a child care in your home, public service for individuals with disabilities, public service for elderly, public health, if you were a nurse, a doctor, if you were a teacher, okay, school library, all right, you have an opportunity to get your student loan forgiven, okay? If you have went to any of these schools, on the list, you have an opportunity. I have an associate of mine who went to DeVry, okay? He actually paid into DeVry. He has to complete his form so he can get his money back. All right. And even if you have made some payments into it, because from 2007 to 2022, you have an opportunity, okay, to get up to $8,000 of your payment back off of your student loans. Okay. So if you're needing help with that, outside of the fact that you get up to $20,000 in your Pell Grant, outside of that fact that your school may be on this list, I'll give you guys the list so you can see if your school is on. One of the schools that I went to, attended for interior design, it's on here. Okay, so I get to get that part forgiven, as well as get it up to $20,000, as well as work for a nonprofit, because my student loans was over $300,000. Then it dropped to $186,000. So that $20,000, that nonprofit, and the fact that it's on here, and I got it discharged, some of it discharged, no payment for student loans. Okay. So we want to make sure that you guys are okay on that side and not having to pay for the student loans. They're giving you an opportunity to not have to pay for it. Please don't slip on it and take advantage so you have an opportunity to not have to pay those student loans. They're giving it to us, but what's happening is a lot of us are not paying attention and we're not filling out the forms, or you just may need help and you just don't understand the forms. That's what we are here for, okay? All right, so after you have literally gotten your credit straight, or if you have your credit straight and you have your business formation the right way, we're going to show you how to get business credit and funding. Now, do any of you currently have business credit and funding at this moment? Anybody? Okay, Ms. Rika, you do? Okay. And I want to apologize. Let me make sure she gave me a great introduction, but I definitely got to give you guys, a little bit of who I am, just, letting you know from a standpoint of how we make it do what it do over here. 1 second. And I want you to hear from some of the people that we've been successfully able to help.
Can I interject for just a second and tell them you got my CMYK? We're twins.
Yes, ma'am.
I was just telling them yesterday, my color's always CMYK, and look what you come up with. Look what you came up with.
I keep telling you we be having the same stuff.
Oh, come on.
Okay,
I'm sure when what you had to share was way more important than that. I just need them to know that
we be like this. Okay, we be like
this. Go ahead with that testimony.
2 minutes. Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to express my gratitude to Dr. T and the social currency team. They have helped me and my husband obtain over $270,000 in personal and business credit in just 6 to 8 weeks, really, like minimal amount of weeks. $270,000. They are so dedicated to, helping us learn credit law, helping us know our rights as a consumer, and helping us and our community build generational wealth. Dr. T is a great mentor. Her family as well. They all work together as an amazing team to help us all win in this game called life, right? So again, I want to send my deepest gratitude, for me and my husband, to Dr. T and her team for helping to elevate our lives. Thank you, Dr. T. And we're just getting started.
Yes, we are just getting started. We actually haven't even finished on a trading side because I'm an investor first. And this is the reason why I kind of got into the credit game, is because I was trying to help our community that was trade gambling. They were using their bill money in order to learn the skill set of trading. I actually took $300 to $300,000 trading Bitcoin. So when people say Bitcoin is not real, I just say, okay, because I know what it's done for me. But what we did is it actually saved my home from going into bankruptcy doing trading that. But what was happening was some of the people that I knew didn't have the money to trade with. So credit was an essential way of going into how we can support and help the community of traders. And in doing so, we were able to scale our business from a 4-figure a month to a 5-figure a month to a 6-figure a month. And when Shanon and I had an opportunity to meet, that's when we actually had our 6-figure a month in our business by scaling. But we would have been able to do that if we didn't have the credit in place, not just on the personal side, but on the business side, to be able to fund for our virtual assistants, which we're going to go into. So these are my sons. We're in business together. We do everything together. I am all about family. It's about the dynasty. It's about being able to live off of insurance. It's called life insurance, which means you are alive when you have insurance. That's what it is for. You have an opportunity to be your own bank, as well as have your credit in place, as well as to put things inside of a trust, because you own nothing, you control everything. So for me, it's all about the family dynasty. You can also see us in some of these publications and some of the outlets that we've been on as a family and me independently, because we're very serious about what it is that we do, and that's helping the community move forward financially so they can do some of the things that they want to do, but also to have diversity within streams of income and to protect their assets, because that's absolutely imperative as you're moving forward and you're making money. So I'm going to come out of this and go into our virtual assistants, because it is, like I said, it literally changed the game for us. And I'm going to type inside of the chat where we stood when it came to our business. Okay. Virtual assistants. So I put this inside of the chat so you guys can see, because I am also on social media and I don't want that to be posted on social media. Okay. So being able to use virtual assistants, we went from that to this by using virtual assistants to help scale our business. We made sure that our personal credit was straight. We were able to acquire business funding and credit, and we used part of that money to be able to get virtual assistants. Now, currently, we literally have over 28 virtual assistants that we employ in our company that we pay. As a matter of fact, they get paid tomorrow. Okay. They get paid twice a month. And what's so beautiful about it is it's weird. It's kind of weird, to be quite honest, because we pay them like $500 a month and they work full time. That seems a little weird. At first, it was a little weird. I was like, $500? What can they do with $500, right? I'm like, you can't even pay somebody $500 a week to work for you here in the United States. So, and then it was about relinquishing control. That was really weird in itself. Well, now, who has a concern about relinquishing control or having somebody in their business, okay, thinking that they're gonna take my stuff, okay, or they're gonna share my information? Well, that's me. I was a control freak. I'm a perfectionist. Everything got to look beautiful, right, Shanon? Everything got to be on point. And I'm like, I'm not gonna sit up here. And then they go on in my bank account and they checking on my stuff. Well, they have to make sure everything is in order for my taxes. All right. So we have certain levels in stop areas where they don't have control over anything. All they're doing is monitoring. We have a bookkeeper, we have an attorney on our team, we have our operations manager. And I wish I would have thought about it, because I would have had one of them on tonight. So I apologize for that. I'm going to see if we can get one of our virtual assistants on. Hold on one second, because it would be nice to have a virtual assistant on so you guys can see them. Hold on one second. Who's in the kitchen? Alex, get Marcus and tell him I need one of the VAs on. Okay? Okay. All right. So sorry about that. I was talking to my partner, my son, my little knucklehead, my youngest one. Okay.
Are you going to bring him on tonight?
You know what? I'll see if he would like to hop on. Yes, that would be really nice.
I would love it.
I will ask him. It's weird being in business with my adult sons. They're 26 and 28. They think they run me, especially the youngest one. He feels like he tries to act like my father on a regular basis. I say he lives in Chicago. Okay, I don't need you to be policing what I do. But it's been great to be able to be in business with my children, my adult children. But where it comes in at is we can't do everything. I'm sitting up here developing the websites and you know, in the beginning, and doing all the graphic design work, and you know, doing the calls and going to the meetings, and you start to feel like you're a dog chasing your tail. How can you sit up here and work your business? I know, right, Miss Linda? I know he think he the one. That's what I'm saying. Okay, they are a hot mess. These millennials are something else, and these Zoomers. I'd be like, look, I'm gonna have to get the belt. I'm gonna have to get the strap, because you guys are out of control. But what's been so great about the virtual assistants is like I said, we literally have 28. So there's 3 of us. We have one that does our social media posting. We have one. Excuse me. We can't get them on right now. I'm gonna see if one of them is up. Okay. Hold on one second. I don't know why he said that. So we communicate with our virtual assistants. I'm gonna put a little bit of a message inside the chat to see if anybody is up, because it's a time difference. Okay. And if anybody is up, hey everyone. Let me see. Introduce some of you guys. Okay. So this is how we kind of communicate. And this is great. You guys get an opportunity to see our platform on Discord right here. We're communicating with them, whether it's about copywriting, client care for our customers, making sure that we are meeting their expectations. If it's branding, we have a content manager. She's over our social media. So all 3 of us have a social media manager. We have a graphic designer. We have a video editor. I literally just got one of my videos just edited that we literally, let's see here. She literally just sent me right here, and boom, whenever something goes down, they'll deliver that information to me and we'll edit it out, say, oh, okay, we might need to change that. If they have flyers that we need to have done, if we're needing them to literally look at, this is the video that was just done. So our video, I'm gonna put a voiceover over it. They're gonna complete that. You'll be surprised what your virtual assistants can do for you if you're needing to fulfill orders through your Shopify store, because I literally have Shopify stores myself, and orders have to be fulfilled, or we want to, one of the things I was telling Shanon the other day, I said, Shanon, when you have those, when they forget to complete their purchase, what is it? Abandoned cart. If there's an abandoned cart and they put their information, guess what? Your virtual assistant can literally go inside of there and contact that potential client and be literally like, hey, we saw that you tried to place an order. Is there anything that we can assist you with? Your virtual assistant can even help on the home front, okay? If you literally have children and they need tutoring in school, okay, guess what? You could be tutoring those kids in school. That's what's so crazy about having a virtual assistant. They can do some of everything that you could possibly clean up. I don't know about anybody on here, but I do not like reading my email. And one of my emails, I had over 12,000 emails. They went through the emails and categorized it, okay? Put it in order. They went through all of the bank statements and put everything and itemized it for the accountant. They responded to all the emails. They sent out email campaigns. So SMS communication. And so anything that you could possibly think of that you don't like to do, which is minimum wage activities, guess what? Your virtual assistant can do it for you. So let me ask you guys a real quick question. Drop inside of the chat. What is it that you don't like to do with your business? Drop it inside the chat. What is it that you don't like to do? It's like, oh, I just can't do this. Answer email. See, Chrissy? Marketing emails. Exactly. Social media email marketing. Posting social email. Videos. Okay, I thought I showed you guys a video, so let me show you this video. I didn't know if you guys saw it real quick. They literally just did this video for me, a mashup. I'm going to be doing a voiceover over it. They took clips from other things that I was speaking at, and they put it together. So if you have reels that you want to have done, guess what? They'll complete the reels. Everything that you could possibly think of, they will do it for you. So let me just show you a couple of, wait a minute, somebody just responded. I just saw somebody respond. Okay. All right. I'll come back to it. All right. So let me just show you how amazing marketing. You guys will be surprised. They could help you with anything. So I'm going to show you a couple of our sites, some of our pages on Instagram, so you can kind of see some of the work that they do and how they could be marketing your products on social media, stuff that you don't have to do, so you can be doing what's important, and that is making the money, getting the business. If you're so busy on the back end of your business, you can't be working to get the clients, okay? All right, so I'm going to show you one. This is one of my partners, which is Marcus. Of course, they created this. This is just as a matter of fact, he literally today just had a video that went viral, over 23,000 from our virtual assistant posting it and putting the information on. I'm going to show you that right now. So this is just one of the videos.
Before you can say to everybody else, sir.
And here you can go ahead and check Reels.
Hey, T, it's not showing us that. It's still showing the other video.
I apologize.
No problem.
You so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So here it is. This is my son's, my partner's page. And he went, by using our virtual assistants, he went from 3,000 followers to 7,000 followers in the last 6 months. And this is one of the videos. This just went out today. Okay. Today. He's had 16 people to like it, because I just like my son's stuff because I haven't been on. But I want you to see the number of followers, the number of views he's had, 23,000 200 views today. So that's a viral video. Now, some of his videos are on TikTok as well. Now, he's had some videos that have been over 1,000 the comma, which is great. But that particular video, he's had 5,000, 6,000. But that particular video today literally went viral for 23,000 views. Not only that, my other son, and again, we're partners together. He actually had a video. Let me go to his reels. This is my other son. He's sports and finance. Marcus is finance and retirement. I'm credit and funding and retirement. So he's had, where's this video? He had a video that went viral. Alexander, is it on sports talk or is it on your main page? Okay. Where did it go? He's had a video that has gone viral as well. And I'll try to find it, but I don't see it. It was over 20,000 views also. I can't find it right now. I'll see if it's on Sports Talk. But the whole point of it is they are doing this for us, okay? They're doing it for us. That's the part that I love about it. They do our pages for us. And it was another one of my videos that went viral as well. So we couldn't do it without them. This was one of my favorite ones right here. So there was a lot of engagement for stuff like that. And that's what you want. And right now, you really can't be on Instagram per se without having reels. Reels are super duper important to your page building. And of course, anything that you have could be repurposed and put on all of the platforms, such as TikTok, which we put our items on TikTok as well. We also put our items, we're starting to go back with YouTube. And a great friend of mine, and I love her dearly, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be even considering doing TikTok. And she's had videos that's gone millions of views on TikTok. So I want you to think about anything that you're doing to market wise, you need to make sure that you are posting it on TikTok as well. But guess what? You're not doing that. Your virtual assistant is doing all of that for you. You don't have time for that. You're busy drumming up the business. Would you guys agree or agree? You don't have time to be learning a whole new platform. We got TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. Am I right or wrong? But these are the platforms that you need, and LinkedIn. These are the platforms that you need to successfully operate and get that social media clientele, okay? So you all agreed. Let me go back to some of your comments. Excellent. You all agreed that you don't like doing the marketing portion. You don't like doing the posting because it's a full-time job in itself. And what about a sales team? What about if you are literally at an event? And I was telling my sister Shanon this today. I said, the other day, I said, Shanon, how many events we done been together? I said, what have you done with those leads? She's like, they still on pieces of paper. I said, shut up. Are you freaking serious right now? So none of those people that were potential clients have been contacted. And trust and believe, she's had so many people that came to her booth that she could have been getting business from. You can't let those leads get cold. So what will happen? The virtual assistants will call for you. They will say, what would you like to order? How many would you like to order? Those are things that you never have to worry about that your virtual assistant will handle for you. So, all right, let me get back to this part right here. All right. I'm going to just touch on some really important points. Each and every single one of you are going to get a free copy of our ebook, The Ultimate Guide to Hiring a Virtual Assistant. Okay, so that's my gift to you. All right, you already know about the family. This is our virtual assistant. Let me see if one of them responded yet. Okay, so they haven't responded yet. All right, so that's going to be my gift to you guys. Zarina, we've had her. Wow. Zarina came on board with us last September. So she's been here with us a year. And we originally at first did not know what to do with a virtual assistant. So we had to train ourselves. We were like, we still working and we got somebody working for us. What we do is help you. We help train them and we help train you on how to use a virtual assistant so you are able to scale your business. I mean, think about it. For those who are trying to go full-time with their business, who just wants to work their business and no longer work a job? Drop that in the chat, okay? Drop that in the chat. So I'm going to ask a very important question. On your job, how many positions are there on your job? Is there a CEO, COO, CFO, manager, assistant manager, executive, operations manager, marketing? That's the same way that you have on your job that's operating their company is the same thing that you need to be doing for your business. It is a business, not a hobby. I'm just saying, well, you tell me, is this a hobby for you or is this your business? Is this your hobby or is this your business? Now, if you want hobby money, you will treat it like a hobby. If you want real business money, you will treat it like a business. So
wait, you gotta rewind that. That's something my daddy used to tell me growing up as a kid. Listen, I just got tingles. Oh my gosh, say it one more time. One more time.
Do you want to treat it like a business or do you want to treat it like a hobby? If you want hobby money, you're going to treat it like a hobby. If you want real money, you're going to treat it like a business. And that means you have to have a team that's going to support you and build your business up. You cannot be a one woman or a one man show. Would you guys agree or agree?
Agree, 100%.
It means that if you're going to be working your business, if it means you have to have a virtual assistant that's going to help your child with their homework, does that take the pressure off of you? If it means that you need your virtual assistant to place all the orders for your supplies and respond to emails, does that help you? If it means they're calling people back for you or posting on social media, does that release some of your time so you can do what you love, which is create? Because we're all artists, right? And you guys got into this because you wanted to create. But you got to make sure the back end is handled so your business can grow to the next level. And that's where the virtual assistants come into part. Okay, so here it is. When you're creating when you're having your virtual assistant, what happens is you're going to receive an actual call from one of our virtual assistants that's going to support you and ask what area is the strongest that you do not like to do. That's where you need to start with a virtual assistant. Each virtual assistant is proprietary to that particular position. You don't want a virtual assistant that does everything because nothing will get done. Does that make sense? You need a virtual assistant as an executive assistant. You need a virtual assistant that's marketing. You need are you guys understand? A content creator, someone that's going to do the copywriting. Look, you need that graphic designer that's going to be sitting up here throwing up. You may need a graphic designer to do all your graphic design for your printing. Hello, somebody. Okay. Like, keep it real. All right. I got my printing machine downstairs. I got my silhouette downstairs. I got my heat press downstairs. So I understand where you guys are and what is needed to take your business to the next level. I can't stand going on Shopify sometimes. And then on top of that, if you're running a sale, you need a funnel. Okay. Does anybody have a funnel on here? Because Shanon's going to be talking to you guys about funnels. So how can you sit up here and capture people's information when you're at a trade show and you have no funnel? Because you have no emails that are dripping on to those new potential clients. Does that make sense to everybody? Who's done a trade show yet? Who's done a trade show? Drop it inside the chat. Who's done a trade show? Anybody? Okay, so is it Juanetta or Janetta?
It's Janetta.
Okay. All right, because Juanetta is also, I know somebody that spells it that way as well.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Janetta, how did you get people's information when you did the event? And Teresa, how did you guys acquire people's information when you did the event? Did you have paper for them to sign? Was it a jot form or something like that for them to fill out? Was it an actual funnel? Oh, you didn't. So how many people came by your booth? Do you recall how many people came by chance? Okay, Miss Teresa, have you gotten back to everybody? Were you able to get back to everyone, Miss Teresa? They are still sitting. Now see, this is what your virtual Teresa, girl, this is what the virtual assistant is going to be doing for you. Your virtual assistant is actually going to create an email campaign that's going to consistently drip on those leads. How many leads would you say you got? Busted. How many leads would you say did you acquire, Miss Teresa, when you did your trade show? Or Miss Janetta, if you were there, you could think it was small. Okay, it was because it was a small event. So would you say 20, 30? It's definitely an absolute must. Oh, girl, 100, that's small to you. 100 is small. Okay, so let's just take 10% of that. That could have been 10 actual clients, but it could have been more if you would have had a virtual assistant that actually would have been contacting those potential clients, and you could have gotten more orders. But again, how you can pay for that is using business credit. So that's not essentially coming out of your pocket. That's coming out of your business expense. And what covers it? What you have. Between 300 to 500. Girl, wait a minute. Girl, and what you doing with them? In my Martin Lawrence voice, okay? What are you doing with those leads, Teresa? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like I said, in my Martin Lawrence voice. Are you serious right now? So are you just sitting on them? Got to get my life together, stepping on toes. Teresa. Oh my goodness. All right. In my Martin Lawrence voice, 300 to 500 people that you got leads from that could have been potential clients. Again, 10%. 30 to 50 clients. And again, your virtual assistant would have been able to literally reach out to all of those leads on your behalf to take orders. And that's what I mean about having a team. But again, the concern generally is, do I have the money for it? And that's where we come in and help you on the other end on the business credit side. And if your personal credit is suffering, guess what? We help you get that up so we can make sure that your personal is intact, your business is intact. You have your virtual assistant helping you with your business on the back end. And then, of course, you create your trust. You have your insurance that's funding your business. And guess what? Your business is straight across the board. All right. Meaning no money is coming from you. All right. So you are the founder of your company, and then you have your VAs. All right. We've actually become obsessed. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know who's more obsessed, my son or myself. I think he is, because he's like, we need a new VA. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up. We got 28 VAs at $500 a piece. Wait a minute. Hold up now. Hold up. You just money. Look, stop. Okay. I'm like, stop. All right. But that's what we have. Okay. All right. So we did some things the right way. We did some things the wrong way. And that's the reason why we made sure that we understood, once we understood the power of the VA, then it was altogether different story for us and how our business operated. Okay. And the thing is, $500 to pay a virtual assistant is not a lot for us, because let's keep it real. Are you spending $500 a month on something? You can't tell me you ain't went out this weekend and you ain't spend no money. It was the holiday weekend coming up. What you doing? You're going to blow $100, $200 this weekend if you go out. It's like you can't even go out without spending money. Am I right or wrong? You can't even go outside without spending money now. So why not use some of that money that you were doing just to kick it with, so to speak, to help fund your business and take your business to the next level? We were spending $4,500 on content. We were paying one person to do this and one person to do that. And people always ask us, well, what about Fiverr? Well, what about Fiverr? Has anybody on here used Fiverr.com before? Drop inside the chat. Okay, so give me a price of what you spent on Fiverr. How much did you spend on Fiverr, Linda, Nicole, Monique, Miss Amore, Miss Chrissy? You spent $500, Linda. That's a whole month. You could have had 160 hours. Okay, Miss Linda, unmute yourself because I couldn't hear you, dear.
Hi, yes, I spent $500 for one graphic design job with them.
Girl, you know, you could have had a whole graphic designer as on your team that would have been
I'm talking about
40 hours a week.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And would have gotten multiple designs as opposed to one design for that $500.
So I'm not being a good steward of my money.
No, you may have not understood the power of a virtual assistant, Ms. Stewart. And that's the reason why Shanon had me come on to speak with you guys. So you can save money where you were and have it allocated for something else. Does that make sense? That's having a person that's a team for you to do those designs. So you got one design or two designs out of that $500 on Fiverr.
I got two.
Okay, girl. You could, girl. I didn't put this together anymore. My virtual assistant put this together. Do you understand what I'm saying? My virtual assistant did this one. Okay, let me show you something else real quick. Hold on one second. And so when I sit up here and think about it, it's like, wow, the time that I spent on all of these graphics. Now, mind you, they'll use Photoshop. I'm real, you know, I was telling Shanon, I'm a killer on Canva, and they have to design stuff the way I design. So I taught them how to design the way I design my items. But she just did this. That be killing it for us. Okay, the video editing, the graphics. I don't have time to do that. The virtual assistant. Now I will say they did this one. This is my son's because again, he is NIL, which is name, image, likeness for folks who do sports. This is something that he did for the graphics for his, but we don't have time for that. You got to think of all these ideas, different designs. Who gets tired of that? I know I did. Who honestly gets tired of that? This was one of my favorite ones that she had did. I said, she's reading my mind. She is reading my mind. Okay. I don't have time to be sitting up here doing graphics anymore. I have to be bringing the money in. Okay. That's what's essential. You have to be thinking about, hey, how are we going to keep our business afloat? How are we going to keep going? I need a supportive team that's going to help me make sure my orders are fulfilled, that's going to do my graphics, that's going to do my social media, that's going to do my video editing, all of that to operate your business. But you need money, and that's where the business credit comes from. So you won't be touching your personal money. Okay? All right. Almost finished, guys. All right, so we got 3 secrets on how we handle what, make it do what it do. You're gonna 10x your business. I remember this was one of the most amazing things that we were able to do this year. We went on a trip of a lifetime. Anybody been to Dubai or wants to go to Dubai? Anybody ever been to Dubai or want to go? Well, the fact that we were able to, it was March the 7th. I asked my sons, I said, and my husband, hey, you want to go to, I said it like I had a plural husband. I got one husband. Okay. But I asked my husband, I said, hey, do you guys want to go to Dubai? It was March 7th. Well, we went March 25th. Now, you can't just up and do that if you don't have the money to do it and the freedom to do it and the time to do it. Okay. It was one of the best trips of our lives. And we stayed for 12 days and we went for my birthday. So what I'm saying is when we were gone, our company was still running because of our virtual assistants. We would not have been able to do that successfully had we not had virtual assistants. So again, you want to be able to travel with your business using virtual assistants. And we're also talking about how to hire your virtual assistant to run your business. We'll do that in 10 minutes, okay? Then how to run your business on virtual assistants, without needing any intense training. We're going to show you that. That's the secret, to be able to say, hey, do I have support that's going to help me train my virtual assistant so I can have a 4-hour week? Who would like a 4-hour week? Let's keep it real. If you didn't have to place your orders for your supplies, if you didn't have to do the social media, if you didn't have to do the video reels, if you didn't have to post the stuff on YouTube, if you didn't have to do the Pinterest stuff, if you didn't have to worry about how you're going to design your Shopify store because your virtual assistant is going to do it for you, you would have more time for yourself and your family. Would you guys agree or agree? Because we're so used to work. And in my Rihanna voice, work. I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to enjoy life, right? I want to make money and enjoy life. Anybody with me on that? And have time freedom and not be tired, okay? So step 1, create the division. You're going to have an operations manager. They're going to oversee all of the virtual assistants, depending on how many you need in your company. They're going to make sure everything, the checks and balances, as well as your team working efficiently for you. Then you're going to have a sales team if you need a sales team. But if you're working shows and you got 300 to 500 leads, you need somebody to call those leads for you. Okay. And you need somebody to close them for you. And guess what? You never have to talk to a customer. And then your marketing team. That's where your content person comes in, your copywriter, your video editor, your graphic designer. And you're not doing the graphics anymore. Why? Because you sent it off to the graphic designer. They're doing it for you. They took the order for you. You got a salesperson that took the order. You got a graphic designer that's creating the order. And all you're doing is pressing print. Who wouldn't like that, right? Would anybody like that? All you got to do is press print. You don't even have to talk to nobody. Right? You don't have to talk to a soul. Okay? That's the dream. All right? We're going to help you create your standard operating procedures, which are called SOPs. So any department in your company, whether it's the print department, whether it's your sales team, whether it's your marketing team, whether it's your operation team, they're going to have a standard operating procedure to go by. So from this moment on, when you are operating your business, if somebody had to step into your company and do it for you, you would have a standard operating procedure available for that person. If you have a virtual assistant and they're standing there for you, hand your operations manager, we don't even have to do the payroll. I just put the money in the account. Just tell me what it is, boom. The virtual assistant pay everybody. That's what you need, Shannon. Your new virtual assistant gonna pay all the people for you. Ain't got to pay it. Okay? Click button to say, here it is. That's it. All right. So, all right. Then step 3, leadership. Okay. Because as your operations manager is overseeing everything for you, for your company, it takes the pressure off of you. That's why I said, I want you to think about your job for a second. When you think about your job and how many people are in place in your job, that tells you right then and there what you're going to need for your company. A one man and a one woman is not going to be able to keep your business afloat. You're going to be like a dog chasing your tail. So we make it very simple for you when it comes to your operations manager. Okay. We make it very, very simple for you. So you can do what you love, and that's design or create or whatever it is that you like to do.
Danielle
But here's
Deere.
one of
I
our
am the founder of
testimonies.
AOI Events and PR, and I just want to share my amazing experience working with social currencies. Before working with social currencies to put VAs into my business, I really struggled with figuring out how to bring on talent that could help me grow my business. At one point, I was like a one-woman show, and it became very discouraging as to how am I going to be able to like grow this business, bring on new clients, and it's just me. But due to working with social currencies, I will tell you, baby, I've got my time back. I got my freedom back. I'm so much better as a business owner because I've been able to build out a team in my business who are just amazing. They are doing PR work, marketing work. They're doing sales for us. They're doing creative copy. And it's just been a wonderful experience from not having to worry about if I'm hiring the right person, how do I find the appropriate professionals? How do I then vet them? Social currencies took care of all of that for me. And I will say, I plan to hire more virtual assistants to help grow my business. And if you are thinking about this for your company, I will say, don't hesitate. Go ahead and do it today. You are going to thank social currencies for helping you to expand your business and your capacity, because there is no way that you can scale a business by being a one-woman or one-man show. So invest in yourself. Go ahead, identify the clients and the talent that you need. And I'm excited for your future. Thank you so much, social currencies, for helping me to grow my business. And I couldn't have done it without you.
I'm so grateful to Mrs. Danielle, because she's just one of the people that we were able to help, one of the many individuals that we were able to help with their virtual assistants. But I definitely got to play this one because this one was pretty powerful. Wait a minute.
Stop phone pulled up. It's a little bad in the main bad truck. Bubble butt, cause Taylor feet up. LSD tastic stuff on the tub. 2500, yeah, we tax for the tub. I'm set 10 on the way to some ice.
I'm over here at Invest Fest 2022 at the Social Currencies booth here. I'm a business owner. As I'm trying to scale it, I've been running into a lot of problems with just trying to figure out how to do everything on my own. I had a few conversations with marketers, one of the owners, about getting a virtual assistant. I got a management company who's gonna find them, who's gonna train them. And so I'm super excited, super affordable. The only option to go to is social currency.
Yeah, I made a lot of money that's spent in our jewelry, not a little boy out of love. We gon' put that on can home, got buy it. We gotta hit money, we gotta reach like the
So our video editor did that. We had a photographer come in. They took the information and they edit the video for us, and our virtual assistant posted it for us. So we did none of the work. We just, waving and talking to people, because that's what we need to do. Our responsibility is get the business. We don't have time to do the back end. Would you guys agree or agree? Your focus is to bring the money in. Your focus is not to work in the business. It's to work on the business, okay? All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. I just got a couple of things more that I want to show you guys. And then I can answer some questions for anybody who has questions. Here we go, let me share. Okay.
Now, I got a rule for them. They have to have the camera on if they wanna ask a question. So anybody with their camera on, you can choose to answer the question.
Okay. All right. So who does this work for? Okay. It works for somebody who's trying to supplement their business. So even if you have something outside of this business, it's perfect. I have a coaching business. We have an investment company. That's where, our virtual assistants support us on that. We've been scaling and helping other people. When we saw that virtual assistants were scaling our business, we wanted to help other people because we are the main people. I ain't got no money. Girl, you got it. Dude, you got it. You spending it on something else. She paid $500. Somebody paid $200. That's a week. Let me tell you, I set up and paid. I said, I need something done right now. I'm going to give you a bonus. I must have paid them. I said, here's $50. She was screaming inside of the phone. And what's so uncomfortable for me is they say, boss. I'm like, it's Tamara, Dr. Tamara. You don't have to call me boss, but they will be calling you boss. So you got to get used to that, right? I am so grateful, but that was like almost half a week's pay for her. We had them come on. I said, I'll pay anybody who's going to be willing to be on for us $75. They was like, I'll do it. Because that's almost a week's pay for them. So when you take care of your VAs, they're going to take care of you. So it doesn't matter if you're trying to supplement a different business, if you have a coaching business, informational product, e-commerce is great because you need a whole back end and customer service and all of that. Because I like I was telling my girl, this is one of the stores that I created that I've had for the last couple of years that I did myself. I had to do all my graphics and do the store and all that other stuff. I don't have time to be keeping this up. My virtual assistant does it for me. Okay. I don't have time to be be working on no store. All I want to do is make sure the orders are filled. That's all I care about. I don't want to be posting nothing. I don't want to be doing anything. That's just one store. So I'm letting you guys know I understand and can relate to what you're going through. My other Shopify store, this one right here, I had to make sure the graphics was done. I had to do all the labeling and all this other stuff. Well, now the virtual assistant handles everything. Creating logos and stuff like this for one of my other clients. This is just one of them. This logo, doing their site. I don't have to do any more Shopify sites anymore. And if there's an update, if there's an SMS, if there's something that's going on as a sale, guess what? My virtual assistant had. Now, mind you, I had developed these and I've developed more, but what I'm trying to get you to understand is I don't have to do it anymore because the virtual assistant is doing it for me now. That's what's important. They manage the sites for me. So because they're managing them for me, I don't have to do it anymore. Okay. And that's going to be the same for you. So if you get a client, how do you take good care of them when you're traveling? Guys, it doesn't even matter. It's your client experience. Again, it doesn't matter that they're buying a t-shirt from your website. You want them to have an experience that they would not, forget. And again, it is about anybody that's leaving an abandoned cart, that they are being called by your virtual assistant immediately. So it's the attention that you give to your clients. It's the engagement that you have with your client. It's your inquiry. If somebody is leaving an email, if you have, I'm not sure if you guys are just using Shopify or if you're using Wixshop, all right? But if you have the SMS on top of your website, or if you have, what is it called? Clavely, I can't remember the name of it right now, because I have it on mine. But if you have that and somebody goes in, they got to be touched. And that's where your sales teams come into play. So again, you're going to get the onboarding experience. We're going to help you make sure that you get your products delivered to your customers by way of customer service. And then we're just going to help you repeat that information again. Secret number 2, virtual assistants to run and operate your business on autopilot. Again, your job is to completely step away and just push a button and print a shirt. It is not to have to engage unless you have to, unless it is about a business proposal. What we used to do is do it ourselves, go to Upwork, random job description, screening. We do all of that. So we don't have to worry about you not getting the right type of candidate. The only thing that's going to happen for you is you're just going to be there for the interview. We do all of the legwork for you. All you do is just show up. Who would like that? Just show up. You don't have to do anything but show up and say, I like that person. I want to hire that person. Because we want to make sure that they're a great fit for you. So you don't even have to do any of the background work. We do the background work, the background check, the certification, the training. We do that part for you. And then we train you so there can be a smooth transition with your virtual assistant. So before I do that, let me bring on the one and only Miss Shanon. How was your calls for your virtual assistants?
Oh, it was amazing. I was very impressed. The first call, this is something I'm not used to. So it's actually going to be more work for me to really realize all the places that I can identify to have the help. then it probably will be for the people to jump in and help. Like I was actually stressing myself out today. Well, like pulling all the tasks out of my hair, and the team knows because they were on the phone call with me today. And I'm like, well, all of these things, we started defining all the things that we're doing. And it's like, take one post, and y'all know I tell y'all this, take one post, repurpose it, post it on Instagram. Then I want you to take it and put it on your Instagram stories, then take it and put it on your Facebook, then put it in your Facebook stories, and put it on your Facebook business page, then share it in your Facebook group, then put it on your TikTok and your Twitter. Like literally me typing that out was tiring. But the way this is set up means that I can literally just already have that peace of mind that those pieces of materials are going to be created and they're going to be placed to where it's off of my mind now. I cannot tell you what that's going to do for my mental freedom.
It's going to be crazy when you get that experience. I remember the time when I had my virtual assistants and, everybody was in place, guys. And I literally was sitting at my desk and I was like, I don't have anything to do. It kind of freaked me out a little bit because
I'm ready for that problem. Let me get one of those problems, Dr. T.
It felt very weird I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Because we had designated, and I'm one of them folks, my son would get on me. He was like, I said, I need to see the graphics. I'm real funny about my graphics.
Me too.
Okay? All right. He's like, Mom, you have to trust the graphic designer. This is how he talks to me. This is, you are not letting them do what they're supposed to do, what they're hired for. I was like, well, I got to make sure it's right. This is what I'm saying. Right.
Right.
But I have to tell you, it has been such an amazing transition to be able to have the virtual assistants and be able to trust, now I feel very comfortable trusting. Because I'm like, because one of them, I'm like, you got to design the way I design when it comes to my graphics. Don't be messing up my stuff, because I'm real big on how things are supposed to be presented when it comes to what we do. So to be able to have that support and for them to be able to move fast and just kind of do some things has been pretty amazing. And then, so now that you have actually had that opportunity to see that, and you see that you're doing a lot, Shannon, okay?
Yeah.
Like normally, and again, this was totally on me because I was really busy today. I would have normally had a virtual assistant on with me tonight. So when you're sitting up here doing your training, your virtual assistant is going to be on, welcoming everybody. You're not going to be doing that part. They're going to be sending out those emails to all of the people to remind them. Mm-hmm. They're going to be setting up the YouTube and waiting for you to come on and welcome. So it's a whole different type of ball game, guys. And people do ask, well, why can't you use someone in the US? Well, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. Folks don't want to work. They don't want to work.
Yeah.
I
think that's everyone's number one problem is they know they need help, but they have very, very difficult time finding help, especially, when we're needed for growth.
Correct.
So, absolutely.
And, and since the plan scamdemic been out, folks definitely don't want to work.
Oh yeah.
Because the plan scamdemic, it's just, folks was like, I realized that I can actually make money from home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When people realize that, I have a buddy of mine who literally took, and I think you know her, Shannon, when she took that 1,200 and turned it to $1 million.
Oh yeah. Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people are learning that you can start, like you guys are turning your talents. You're turning your talents into profits.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got to scale it. So I want to open up the floor for questions, but you got to have your camera on.
Hey.
Got to have the camera on. I would like to open up the floor for questions to see if you're having a credit problem, if you're needing funding for the business, and the virtual assistant portion. Nakia, I see you turned on your camera, so that must mean you're ready for a question, Ms. Lovett. Honey, I can't hear you, sweetie.
The volume's real low. You might have like some AirPods, activated somewhere or something.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So the question that was going through my head as you were speaking is if if I were to hire a virtual assistant to help me like with posting content on social media,
Mhm.
is there any type of worry that I should have? Because they would have to have access to like my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, to my accounts, and that kind of scares me.
Girl, they finna steal all your stuff. No, actually, we have something in place. They wouldn't even have your password, to be quite honest. There's a certain way that we have them log in that creates a password for them, and they will not have your original credentials. They can't close an account. They can't do anything outside of just making the post.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so they wouldn't even have access to your password.
Okay, that's good.
So let me give you what that is, so you guys will just have that free 99, okay? It's called
Yes.
LastPass. And what that does is that allows you, thank you, that allows you to create an account with LastPass, and it would allow you to take whatever social media or whatever login information that you have for whatever account, and you will literally have their email. It's like, just like she wrote it above, Miss Queen, LastPass.com. All right, let me show you. I'm going to show you guys. So what happens is we log into our LastPass, okay? And when we log into our LastPass, whatever social media platform that we want them to log into, whether it be our banking, whether it be our social media, whether it's our emails, guess what? It's right here. And you guys see there's a whole lot of login stuff, right? Y'all see all this login stuff for us, between the three of us? Actually 4, because my husband as well. All right. And what happens is when you're ready to send like an Apple login, well, Apple login, woo, that's to my Apple, his Apple credit card, to his Apple email, to phone numbers. Girl, Nikki, ain't you scared? So what happens is once you put that information in, you're going to send them, and all of our virtual assistants have an email that's proprietary to our company. Okay. So you will select who you will want to have access, but it's going to give them a different password. And that password does not allow them to control anything outside of a post or a reviewing only. Do you understand what I'm saying? They cannot close your account. They can't do anything, okay, outside of those two things. All right. So hopefully that answered your question. And as you can see, we have a lot of accounts in here that they have access to on all 3 of our behalf. Okay. All right. You are most welcome. And do you honestly think that we would let them have access to all of that if we weren't comfortable? That's over 30 accounts. Okay.
Okay.
From banking to PayPal to Apple credit cards to YouTube to Instagram to Facebook to LinkedIn to Twitter to TikTok. There's a lot of social media between the 4 of us on this platform. Okay. Any other questions?
Question. I have a question. So as far as with, hi, I'm Tempest, or it says Queen on here. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for the gems.
Yes,
a lot of gems. The question I have is with business credit and business funding. So the idea is to get business credit in order to get business funding.
Absolutely.
That's my assumption.
There is a process that goes along with it, and we take you through that so you can get this money. So if you want the bag, you got to be ready to go through the process. The great thing about what it is that we do is not only are you being helped, but you're also being trained. So if anything ever to appear, because I'm real big on the consumer side, so if anything appears on your credit report, you're going to know how to respond to it immediately and get it taken off. When it comes to your business credit, we're going to help you build up your business credit, and then we're going to help you build up your business funding. And if I remember correctly, there was only one of you that stated that you had business credit. The person who has business credit, how much do you have? The person who has business credit? Okay. All right. It's not a lot. Well, tell me, Miss Amore, what is it? You be trying to be incognito. Well, how much is it, girl? Where Miss Amore at? How much you got, Miss Jackson? Because Amore ain't trying to tell nobody what she got. She may got a whole lot. She just don't want anybody to know.
Oh, wait. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, Miss Amore.
No, it's not a lot. I just have my printer and one credit card. And the credit card, I think it's like maybe $1,000 credit limit. But my printer, I can't remember how much that was, but I want to say I had like a 5,000 limit when I applied for that credit. So I'm still building it. So no, it's not a lot. It's not as much as this 10 and 225.
Yeah, I have about 400,000. Let me ask you a quick question, Amore. What's your personal credit looking like?
That there, I'm still working on it. I would say, I think that's in the fair. I think every time I get up to that 700, they figure out a way to knock me back down. So it's probably in the 700.
So you have to know how to hide your utilization. And that's something that I teach you. How do you hide your utilization so when they're reporting to the consumer reporting agencies, your credit scores stay up? Okay. Do you know how to hide your utilization? How many personal credit cards do you have?
Probably about 15. I don't know. No, I'm just capping. I don't know. I think it's probably a good 7.
Okay, so if you got 7 credit cards, you don't know how to hide your utilization? We definitely got to work on it.
I pretty much just pay it. I just pay my balances as I use them for the most part.
Even if you're paying it, it's a matter of when you pay them. Okay. So let me give you another free 99. All right. All right. So I'm sure all of you have some one way, shape, or form logged into Credit Karma, right? Well, if you log into Credit Karma and you look at your accounts, there's a date on there. You want to pay by the statement date, not the due date. Okay. The statement date. The statement date is when they report to the reporting agencies, not the due date. So let me give you an example. They can sit up here and say, hey, the statement date is on the 5th, but the due date is on the 10th. Well, you paid on the 10th and you got to wait, and you sat up here and paid it in full on the 5th, and you used the card again on the 7th. So when the 10th come around, you don't use the card again, almost maxed it out or used half. And you're like, but Tag, I just paid my bill. That's because you paid on a due date, not the statement date. So if you look on Credit Karma, it'll tell you what the statement date is. That date that's on there is the date that you need to be paying your paying your credit card. Okay. Which will help you hide some of your utilization based on how you pay. Now, I ain't going to give you the manufacturer spending part, but I will definitely give you that statement part right there. Okay. You're welcome, Miss Linda. Hopefully, did that help anybody else?
Yes. And I have a question.
Yes, Mrs. Janetta.
If you are really small, how would you go about getting the virtual assistant if you just really don't have the funding? I know you're talking about getting credit, but if you really don't want to get credit, or should you get credit?
Miss Janetta, now you know you from the old school era, and I ain't gonna be touching no credit. I don't want to mess myself up.
That's it.
Y'all hear it in her voice? Can you hear it in her voice, Cassandra? Did you hear it in her voice? Okay, because I know I heard it, Queen. Okay, Mrs. Janetta.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna show you how you're going to take and shift your debt from personal to to business.
Okay.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you're going to shift your debt from personal to business. So your personal credit always stays up on point. Okay. And anybody who got an 800, that's just vanity. That means you ain't even using your credit. Because all you just said, I got an 800 score. Well, what you doing with it? If you got an 800 score, you're not using it to make you money. That's the whole purpose of credit, is to make you money. Not for you to sit up here and say, I got an 800 score, but you ain't did nothing with it. You need to be using it to help you fund on the side of the business. And everything that you do from this moment on should be under the business. And you should be shifting any debt that you have from personal to business. Then we need to acquire you an insurance policy would help you liquidate one of the cards. As an example, let's just say one of them giving you about 30,000 or 40,000. We're going to put that in a whole life insurance policy. In a month, we're going to withdraw from that policy. We're going to put it in something that's going to allow you to flip that money and to doubling it to 80,000. Take the 40, put it back into the whole life, take the other 40 for profit and put into something that's going to flip again and to buy you more supplies and to keep on rolling. So what happens is you become your own bank. Okay. And instead of sitting up here worrying about, ooh, I ain't gonna mess with my 800 scope. And I ain't gonna be using this credit. What you're doing is you're keeping yourself where you are instead of being able to expand. Okay. You have to be able to expand. And if you're not willing to, you gotta have to leverage something. So you want to leverage your cash? No, you ain't gonna get my cash. Although the dollar is not worth, the fiat is not worth anything, to be honest. I'd rather have some Bitcoin, to be quite honest, than to be having the dollar. But until you understand, if you don't understand that portion of what's more important right now, the business, the trust, the insurance is what's going to set you free so you don't have to be worrying about money. That's the honest to God's truth. You shouldn't be worried about credit. What's your score again, Jonetta? Were you the 8 person? You must have been the 800 person.
No, ma'am. I am about 735.
Okay, that's excellent. That's good. That's good stock right there. We can get all kinds of business credit. And then you get your virtual assistant, and it's paid from that, not from your personal. Because as soon as you take your credit over 10% in utilization, you're going to affect your score. So that person who sat up here and said, man, I just can't stay in the 700 because they always try to pull me down. That means something is going on in utilization, and may not understand how to hide the utilization so your score stays up at a certain point. So if you're consistently fluctuating between that 650 and 700, either you're dealing with utilization or you don't know how to, or you're maxing out your cards. Okay, so Ms. Linda, I want you to think about a virtual assist. I want you to think about business credit for one. And I want you to think about how your business credit is going to fund your virtual assistant. That way it can take, and then you'll become more productive if you have a virtual assistant. You will stay stagnant in where you are if you don't expand, if you don't grow your team. Does that make sense, Ms. Shanetta? Okay, so I want you to say after me, I'm getting business credit.
I'm getting business credit. I'm not going to be scared anymore.
That's right. We don't operate in fear because that means you're erasing God out. We don't operate in fear. Okay.
Yes.
We cannot operate in fear because what you do is you stagnate your business when you operate in fear. Does that make sense, Ms. Janetta?
Yes. Yes. I'm there.
Okay.
So I truly understand.
Yeah. I mean, you already jumped out on faith and created a business, every single one of you. Am I right or wrong? Did you not step out on faith?
Yes.
You created your business and now you want to stunt your growth?
No.
Does that make sense?
No.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, but you have been the best that we have had so far. I can say.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't get it twisted, Shannon. You are the top of all of the lines. No, ma'am. Don't get it twisted.
Listen, I'm never gonna fight like this one right here. This one right here is literally like a twin of me. So
we're twins for real.
Yeah. So
yes.
I'm just messing with you, but I think Sonia was next. She had her hand raised.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Sonia, what's your question?
It's just a quick question because you did say you're not going to get into it, but I just wanted to see if that had something to do with what you were about to say. You mentioned manufacturer spend, but you were not going to get into that. Does that also play a role in regards to hiding your utilization?
Potentially.
Okay. I'm familiar with manufacturer spend, but.
So, she over there cheesing. Well, it depends on how you handle your manufacturer spending. So manufacturer spending allows you, one, yes, too high utilization, but it also allows you to use points to buy things. So you don't have to pay cash for it. Okay. So there's definitely two ways when we're dealing with manufacturer spending. Manufacturer spending is being able to purchase things and then be able to purchase things and get the points off of them and travel and do everything for that, which is how some of the ways that we got to Dubai was off of points. And it's be able to hide your utilization so you can always keep your credit scores up to a high standard. When you're a part of the program, you get that training from me. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you
That
for your
answer
time.
your question?
Yes, it does.
Over there, cheese, and I see you cheese. Okay, Miss Christina, I love that beautiful background.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. So my question is in regards to getting funding for my business.
Yes, ma'am.
I have faith, trust me, because I wouldn't, like you said, I would have never, invested in a business that I didn't have faith in and that, I didn't feel like would grow. But since the beginning of time, I've been using my own money.
Girl, and how that work out for you? Let's keep it real.
Being real, it'll put you in the hole, honestly.
I'm sorry, can we repeat that?
It'll put you in the hole.
Okay. So it puts you in the hole, and then you sitting up here trying to, I got to get some more money. I got to get some more money. I got to get some money. If you have the credit and the business credit, then you would know how to manage it. And I have a budget person that's going to show you how to manage your money. So you have to be able to say, okay, and first and foremost, let me make sure that you guys have an understanding. Is the gentleman still on here? Did he leave already? Okay. Oh, that's DeMarcus. Who is using a debit card? Me. Who, tell the truth, shame the devil. Who is using a debit card? Let me count. That's way too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Come on, Ebony. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That is the poor man's credit. You will not get your credit scores increased by using a credit card. Okay. I want to show you guys something. This is important. You guys need to listen.
One other tip I'll give you is I don't own a debit card. I've never owned one. I've never allowed my 3 sons to possess one. Certainly and truly the worst financial tool ever given to the American consumer. So a long time ago, I asked myself a simple question: how would I remove 99.9% of my personal liability like that? Because I really don't want to worry about all these things. So I use the safest form of payment that exists on the face of the earth, and that is a credit card. Credit card, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover card, not debit credit, but credit card. Every day of my life, I spend their money. I don't spend my money. My money sits in a money market account. It earns interest. Actually, nobody knows where it is because it's not exposed to anybody to find it. It's just sitting there. I go to the dry cleaner, I give them my card. I pick up the groceries, I give them my card. I put fuel in my boat on the weekend, I use my card. I pay the marina to keep my boat in the water all year long. They put the rent on my credit card. I travel all over the world. While I wait to get reimbursed, I use my credit card. If I need euros, I go to the ATM machine, I use my credit card. I'm not going to use my debit card to get euros overseas or pounds in Great Britain. And every day I use my card. And then if I pay the bill in full or part of the bill, my credit score goes up. So I'm building credit while I'm using that credit card. And if tomorrow, and I'll do everything to protect my information, but if tomorrow someone gets my card number and charges $1 million on my credit card by federal law, my liability is zero. I have no liability. So yes, I love to shop online. I don't use a special card. I just use my credit card. If they don't deliver the merchandise, if they deliver it and it's broken, if the host site I went to was fictitious to begin with, I have zero liability. When you use your debit card, every time you reach for it, you're exposing the money in your account. The only person who's going to get robbed is you. When you use your debit card, you could use it for the next 50 years, 20 times a day. You will not raise your credit score by that much. And of course, when you use your debit card, you are liable up to a certain amount, and it takes a while in order to get that debit card fixed. So when we do post investigations at breaches, and we say to someone, on your incident, what happened? Well, I was in Target, but I used a Visa card. So I don't know, nothing. They canceled my card the next day. 2 days later, FedEx sent me a new card, and that was the last I heard about it. What about you? And I used a debit card there. It took $3,000 out of my checking account. It took me 2 months to get my money back while they said they were investigating. I had to pay my rent, had kids' tuition, everything. I couldn't pay it because they had my money. So I do it for that. So I had 3 sons that went off to college, and I said to them, I'm not giving you a debit card. I've actually applied for a credit card in your name. So it's your card. Of course, you're 18, you have no credit. So I guarantee the card. So as a guarantor of the card, 3 things take place. 1, the bill comes to me and I'm responsible for the bill. So if you spend a lot of time in the bar, I'm going to know that. 2, I set the limit on the card. So whatever I want you to spend each month is while you're at school, I'll set that limit. 3rd, every month that I pay the bill goes on your credit. So by the time you get out of college, you should be looking at a credit score of about 800. You want to buy a car, buy a house, buy a condo, you're not going to need me to do that. All 3 of my sons came out of college with scores of around 800. One of the best things you can do for your kids is to teach them to learn to use credit early on and build credit in their name. Credit is a very important thing. 30 years ago, it only meant whether you got the car, you got the house. Today, everything is based on your credit. If a company hires you, they're going to check your credit. If you buy auto insurance, they're going to check your credit. You buy life insurance, they're going to check your credit. Everything is based on your credit. So you want to make sure that you maintain a good credit. It's one of the best things you can do with your kids.
Did that help anybody? Okay.
Hey, I'm Adam Jusko from ProudMoney.com.
So
in
you
this video,
shouldn't
we
be
are going to talk
using
about credit.
your credit card, your debit card for anything. Everything should be under, meaning everything that you pay should be under the credit card. Okay. You already know what you're spending on a monthly basis. So you're going to take that money and then pay off the card. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to everybody? You already know that you're spending $2,000 a month. Run the credit card and then make your payment on the statement date, not the due date. Okay. Any other questions? Did I answer your question, Christina, as to why it's important for you to not be cash rich and credit poor?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Because that's basically how you live it. You balling. That's like the hairdressers. They always get, they be doing folks' hair back in the day, because now they use Square and Cash App and all this other stuff to get paid. But they always had cash, but their credit was jacked up because they were cash rich and credit poor. Our world does not revolve around cash. Cash, the dollar means nothing. It's worthless. Okay.
Dr. T, can you tell them for a second why you talking about that? Why we shouldn't be using Cash App? Why we should be using things like Stripe and PayPal, and why that's important with the money they're collecting?
Well, first and foremost, anytime you're using PayPal, when somebody pays you, make sure that they hit confirm, because they'll hold on to your money for 30 days. All right. Especially if you've had a lot of transactions coming through. Plus, it's easier to keep up with your accounting purposes. But anything that's being done through Vimeo and Apple Pay and Cash App, if it's over $600, you're being 1099 for that. All right. And I'm sure you guys heard about that, but you're being 1099. I love Stripe because you can create an invoice for your people and they can, you honestly and truly can just get paid right then and there off of the invoice. And it keeps you business wise because it goes into your checking account. And as we're growing for your business, you have an opportunity to show that money is going in, and then you're able to get more money because you got money coming into your business account. Okay. So you really want to stick with something like PayPal. Also, what the other reason of using PayPal, even Square works well as well. and now I'm not talking about Cash App, I'm talking about Square, but we don't necessarily use Square because we're using Shopify. All right. So let's talk about Shopify, Stripe, and PayPal. If you have, yes, you got offered 175. Okay. Yes. Okay.
And that's because money is going through an account where it's proving to them that I have a business operating, right?
Correct. I had 40,000 come through Stripe. Okay.
And it's easy too. Like
that's all I took. Because I could have took more. I was like, woo. I could have took more. Okay. But as you consistently have money coming through those devices, if you're accepting payments, they will end up giving you capital. Okay. And by having that capital, that can help you grow your business. So again, you want to be able to offer that to your consumer. What is the best way to get your personal credit in order? Work with Dr. Tamara. Nikita. So Dr. Tamara can help you get your credit up. Me. PayPal offer 90, no credit check, and 160 with what's PR? Personal guarantor? What do you mean?
I meant to put PG.
Oh, PG.
Yeah,
okay.
PG.
That's not like PR. Okay. Yeah. They're giving you the blues, queen.
And it's all because it's going through their systems. And I used to take money cash, and I guarantee this Cash App ain't never offered you a capital loan, has never looked at your transaction, said, "Oh, you know what? You actually doing good business."
No Cash App. If you're gonna run it through a Square company, because
Square offers capital too.
You need to run it through Square, okay, not Cash App. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah, TransUnion gonna give you the blues. I'm suing them right now, to be quite honest. What, queen?
You say you suing TransUnion?
Yeah.
That's what I wanna I don't know if you have services for that where I can enter into your class or course or something for that, but that's what I want to do because there's been a lot of violations on behalf of
So you know the consumer law, you know how to use the violations in order to get
Yes, so that's why I'm like, because I don't want to go at it myself. You actually do want to get like, a lawyer and attorney.
You want to, you represent yourself. You don't need an attorney. Okay. Once you know the law, once you know what the violations are on your consumer report and you know what code it is that you can use, first and foremost, any transaction that is being put on your consumer report in the first place is wrong, because they're not supposed to share non-public information. Non-public information are your transactions. Okay. And so if it's a transaction from a bank, so any company that does transaction, that's bank. So you're not supposed to be sharing that information in the first place. Plus, I didn't give you permission to do that. So you need to know how to be able to say that when you're in court. And once you're comfortable and confident, which you'll have the information, you can do it yourself. Why are you going to pay this attorney thousands of dollars when you can represent yourself?
Okay.
You just have to go through the course. That's all. Okay.
That's just I think mine's the terminology. I don't want to go in there,
You got it, Mark. No, that's the thing. You can't be chicken, Okay, wait a minute. You cannot be. This is my favorite song, y'all. I have to say this because some of y'all giving me that itis right now.
All right.
Can't have that. You can't be having chicken heads up in here, okay? You gotta excuse me because I'm straight silly, okay? I'm straight silly, all right? You can't have any chicken heads up in here. You're going to be able to represent yourself when you go inside of court. You're going to know these laws, the consumer laws. You're going to be able to use truth in lending as well as UCC, which is Uniform Commercial Code. When they ask you, first of all, do you have written permission? For each item that's on your consumer person, wait a minute, hold up. Actually, you done stole my identity, okay? So not only did you steal my identity, you don't even have written permission from me to put any of these items on my consumer report. Okay. So when you know how to go up in there and you have the violation, of course, we rehearse and all of that, you'll be able to get those things off. Okay.
Yes. Sounds good to me. Thank you, y'all. These gems.
For
All
real,
right.
listen.
Tanya, question.
And I was gonna say, and Dr. T was supposed to be done at 9 o'clock. So she is literally gave y'all a whole extra hour of real attention, answering real questions, showing you her expertise. And this is really what I want to show you, the reason why you want to be in the room, the reason why you want to invest in yourself, the reason why you want to take the energy and the time to make your life, to design your life. Y'all, I'm getting that trademark. Don't go playing with that. It's design your life. That's going to be the name.
Because you know I'll steal it in a second. I'll steal it. I'll go trademark that sucker right now.
That's going to be the name of our podcast, because now this is what I would love for us to do. I would love for us to design our life and then make the work fit the design that we have. So if you want to travel, or if you just want to be able to be home with your kids and have them homeschooled and not in the institution being trained how to be somebody else's factory worker, if you want to be able to, like my niece and nephew with me, left hip and right hip wherever we go, and it's the reason why we can do that is because that is the life that I wanted to design. So I let the entrepreneurship, I let the work fit that life because I needed that life to be designed just that way. And I hear so many of y'all like wanting to exit the 9-to-5s to build something different, but what do you want to build? Have you envisioned that? Have you envisioned that first? Because if you envision that first, like we did yesterday, then you already know the appropriate steps. Dr. T has lined up some stuff. Like right now, I'm ready to sign up for courses. I'm ready to sign up some VAs. I already did. I already did sign up for 2 VAs, but now I'm trying to figure out some other roles. So we have to give Dr. T her flowers tonight, right now, because when I tell you the energy, the information, the blessings that she has bestowed upon us tonight, you are so deserving of your flowers.
So I'm going to do something for you guys.
And wait a minute. What you doing? We can discuss this part. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Let me see if they deserve. How many people we have on camera? Let me see how many people we have cameras on right now before I even allow. Oh, don't be trying to cut y'all cameras on now.
I am going to do something for you guys. And no, Shannon didn't know I was going to do this.
Oh man, yeah, don't make me blush and cry and stuff now. What you finna do?
I know, because you was crying on me the other day.
I know. The last time we talked, you did something for me, and I about cried then. Don't do it. I'm already getting warm.
It's more of a passion for me. It's honestly about how we're going to get our people to have an understanding that you have power, and when you have credit, you have power.
Yeah.
You cannot live in fear. You have to leverage it to your ability. Shannon, you can't tell me that credit didn't take you over the top. Come on, somebody.
Listen, I world traveled this year. I've never gone anywhere outside of the United States.
Baby, you was on a jet.
Years ago. Okay. I was on a private jet. I ain't even gonna call
it. On a PJ.
It was a PJ. It was a PJ. Like PJ, I said so casually. And it was the experience was beautiful. The people that I'm around, that I'm able to be around and able to grow my mind escape, because that's what we're doing. We're really designing an escape in our minds. Like this is not something I could have paid for. This is priceless.
So, I am willing to help the first. What's the number? What number you want, Shannon?
I would say we could do I'll say 10, because 10 is a good number. Because I'm I already looked at this link that you posted, so I already know what you're doing. And you doing too much. But I will allow. Well,
these are your babies.
I know, but
so if they're gonna be your babies, they my babies.
Hey. Then
okay.
We'll call it like
that. Babies, all right. So what's more important to you at this moment? Your business credit, your personal business credit, or your virtual assistant? Drop a 1 if it's credit, drop a 2 if it's virtual assistant. Okay. Okay, so let me put the other link in play. Miss Sherry said, I need my BA.
Both, BOAF, both.
Ooh, okay. Hold on. Let me now I gotta rethink something. Okay. All right. If you want to work on the credit, I will take my price down. Hold on, I'm changing it right now. Hold on one second. Because when I deal with business credit, hold on one second. When I deal with credit, we do personal and business credit. Okay. We make sure that your business, like I use you to help your children. Miss Sonia, what you said, girl? Don't be trying to use the Lord to try to make me move. Okay, where's Sonia? She's trying to use the Lord to make me move. Where's she at? Okay. She over there trying to put that guilt thing. Let the Lord move you.
That reminds me of the time I was I drew a picture of Jesus helping save me from getting a whooping. And my dad came in and saw it. And he was like, what you think that's going? I mean, I had a whole picture. Jesus was on the cross. I was like, he died for my sins.
All right. So I am going to hold on. Let me make sure.
Chrissy said, and the church said.
Let the church say amen. All right. All right. I'm putting on a code at this very moment. Okay. Shannon said 10. It will not be, who needs a payment arrangement? For real. Okay. All right. So I definitely have to, depending on the price. Okay. All right. I'm going to allow you to do a payment arrangement for those who honestly need it. Okay. And I don't know who needs it. So you'll make that decision for yourself. Let me go ahead and I'm changing this right now for you guys. Whenever I do my program, when it comes to credit and business credit, is $3,500. I'm going to take $1,000 off. You will be able to do a payment arrangement. I don't have sizzle. We just split the payments up. Okay. That's what I do. I just honestly just split the payments up. All right. All right. So I am literally changing this right now for innate. Literally right now. Hold on one second. It has to be paid off in 3 months.
So tomorrow, while you're doing that, I can't, I mean, I love that you're doing this for my babies, but I can't let you one up me. So I am going to sponsor someone. I'm going to sponsor someone.
Okay, so do I need to pick a number? I'm gonna pick a number. Okay.
I need. Wait.
Let me write the number down.
I see somebody close their eyes and pray. Like when I was drawing the picture of Jesus,
down.
like I'm drawing the picture of Jesus right with you, Shannon.
I write the number. I'm writing the number down. 1 second.
Okay.
Posh, give me 1 second. I'm finishing up a call real quick. I'll call you right back. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. I'm about to put this on some paper. Okay. All right. Between because wait a minute, there is 36 people on here. Okay. So between 1 and 36. Okay. Everybody drop their number in. And I'm not looking. Between 1 and 36. 1 and 36. Is everybody done?
I don't see any more move. Well, yeah. Okay, I see a couple more moving. Okay. All right, y'all come on, choose this number now. Y'all will get left. Okay, that's it. Darlene was the last one. If you haven't acted, success loves speed. So, you got to act.
Okay, between 1 and 36. All right, between 1 and 36. Okay, this is the number I chose. Number 1.
What? It's blurring out. Let me see.
It's number 1. It's number 1.
Is it a number 1? What is it? It's blurring out the paper. But if it's
Ebony, you can't just put your Ebony, you can't, qualify, Ebony.
I'm looking. Did anybody choose one? Because I don't see one.
No, but somebody chose number 2.
Ah, that's as closest to it.
Someone chose number 2.
Hey, Queen. Is Queen the only one that chose 2? Go ahead, unmute your mic.
DeMarcus chose 2 as well.
Oh, so now we got to have a dance off or something? What we got to do?
Okay, so are we picking again? Because it's between DeMarcus.
Okay, so it's between DeMarcus and Queen. We need another number. So yep, you got to.
Okay, so between 1 and 10.
And only.
Wait. Let me write it down.
Okay.
Between 1 and 10. Are they done? Are they done?
Queen, did you put your number? Because it's only between. Okay, they done. They in. It's only 2.
I chose number 5.
So 5 is closer to 7. Queen looks like Queen got it.
Talk about the prayers.
Who is Donette? Donette, how you gonna come back in and try to put a number in?
But you know what? Donette was on, but wasn't qualified. So it would definitely be Queen. And listen, Queen, you came on here saying this is what you needed, right?
Yes. From the
get-go. Did you manifest it? Did you make it happen? Now listen, this is what I have an idea for. You know how I told you yesterday, God's gonna get you to the halfway point. You gotta meet the next point. So you being in the room, you invested in yourself this week. That's what I'm telling y'all. I love to see y'all winning. Your success is my success. Like, listen. And Dr. T is gonna take you to that level. You needed this right now. TransUnion needed you to get Dr. T on the team.
Yes.
Listen. Congratulations, baby.
I ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna cry.
You can do whatever you need to do, because she had me crying the other day. So that's what, like, you're gonna one up me. You're not gonna one up me, Dr. T.
I ain't gonna cry.
So I have taken $1,000 off. You guys will have an opportunity to pay it over 3 months. Okay, over 3 months. All right. Wait a minute. Yeah. And that way we can be working on your business and your personal credit. Now, even though some of you have that score, you still don't know what to do on the business side. So I will be working with you guys on that. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions?
Y'all stayed up late tonight.
I know. I'm sorry if I kept you guys too long. And all you're getting, hold on 1 second. I'm getting ready to drop the link in. I'm dropping it right now. 1 second. I'm making sure that it fits your budget. All right. So
take your time. While you doing that, Dr. T, I want to know in the chat, what do you plan on using your credit for? We heard so many different ways that you can use your credit. You can leverage your credit to grow your business. I want to see in the chat how you're going to use this credit, this newfound credit, whether it's the personal business credit. What are you going to use it for specifically? Not just a VA. What do you need the VA to do? Right? Not just business funding. Like what do you need a vehicle? Oh, she didn't even get into the vehicle tonight. She can show you how to get a vehicle.
Oh yeah.
Your business name. We didn't even get into that tonight.
Can I just show them what I'm getting ready, what I'm getting? Can I just show them that?
Yeah, hey, go ahead.
Who wants to buy a car with their business? Does anybody want to buy a car with their business?
Me.
I'm looking forward to this.
Okay. All right. So 1 second. I am getting you guys the link right now for those who want. I cannot wait to have you guys inside of the program. This is going to be amazing for you. I've made sure I split the payments up for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Innate, okay? And for those who want the virtual assistant, wait a minute, it was 2 people that wanted the virtual assistant. Okay, want to use business funding to pay business bills. Come on, Nikita, okay? Yes, preferably a van and trade show. Absolutely, okay? Business credit to open a storefront. That's a great idea. What kind of business do you, is it the, your t-shirt business?
Customs.
Okay,
Yep.
great. All right. All right. Social media. Okay, so hold on one second. I'm gonna show y'all the card that I'm buying with business credit. Okay.
Let's go.
Right. Let me show y'all real quick. All right. For those who wanted the virtual assistant, do I need to split the payment up for you? For those who need the virtual assistant. Where is my thing? Here it is.
Ooh.
I hope this was the one I was looking at the other. Yes. Okay. Mercedes Maybach.
That is
Is it not Mercedes Maybach? Is it? Okay, wait a minute. I'm like, because that's my back. Oh, there she is right there. I'm like, where's she at? I'm like, where is she at? On business credit, boo-boo. Business credit.
Really?
Business credit. Business credit. Okay. Miss Linda, you wanted both? Okay. Miss Linda, if you are doing both, I am going to make sure that you get, hold on one second. I'm going to give you another discount if you're getting both, because it's
Oh, wow.
500. Okay, so I'm taking $1,500 off for you, Mrs. Linda. So instead of it being 2,500, instead of it being 6,000, it's going to be 4,500. Did you need a split payment, Miss Linda? Ain't that thing pretty? That thing is ridiculous. Look at the chocolate. See, I gotta have chocolate seeds to match my chocolate skin. Y'all see how that look?
That is gorgeous.
Cassandra, I'm gonna show you how to change it over to your business. Okay.
That is nice.
Hold on one second. That's an error. Ain't that thing pretty?
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's not every year. Hold on one second. I need to make sure that that is corrected. Okay. That thing is ridiculous. But the issue is people don't dream anymore. You guys understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Folks don't dream anymore. All right. You have an opportunity to dream now on what it is that you really want. Hold on. It said yearly. Thank you for telling me that, because it's definitely not yearly. I was moving a little bit too fast. Miss Linda, do you need a payment arrangement on that, dear?
Somebody else, they said they needed both in split payment. So
okay.
If you could make that.
All right. I'm going to split the payments up for you. It's Linda and Sonia, right? Linda and Miss Sonia. Okay, so hold on one second. Let me change this out real quick to make sure that it is reflecting the way it should. All right.
Take your time. I'm sure they're gonna give you grace, because you gave us so much today. So much today.
For you, Shannon, I'll do anything.
Listen, y'all finna see me show out, because Dr. T is gonna get me right for this next show. Like, literally the stuff that I like to do, I just want to work in my genius level. Like, I want to be creative. I want to invent things. I want to fix problems and solve problems. I don't want to be a part of the problem as far as the bottleneck in my system. So,
okay. For those who are doing the credit, there it is. Okay.
You posted it?
You should be, you should see it now. So you should be good. Okay.
It may have went to a private message, because I don't see it. It might have went to a specific person instead of everyone.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
The link is there. Let me re-put the link back in. hold on 1 second, Nikita. 1 second. Let me put that in right here. So you guys will see the 1,000, and then it'll be the 750. Okay. So you'll see that's what you'll see here. And then I'm getting ready to do the split payment for those who are getting the virtual assistant and the VA, and we're going to split that up in payments. All right. All right. But let me read Nikita's message real quick. Okay, can I make this a public question in case somebody else may have that same question? Is that okay with you? Okay, if I have already used the bulk of my credit card limit, should I still use my credit card to pay my bills and just pay it off with my debit card? What do you guys think it should be? What do you guys think it should be? What do you guys think it should be? Anyone?
Possibly use the bill money for the credit card and then to get it down, and then use the credit card to go back and pay the bills by the statement day. So, or yeah, by the statement day, or I don't know if it's before the statement day or after this. Well, use it after the statement day, then go and pay your bills. So long as it's good by the date of the statement, I'm assuming.
All right, so let me repeat the question because somebody else didn't hear it. If I have already used the bulk of my credit card limit, should I use it? Should I still use my credit card to pay my bills and just pay it off with my debit card? Why would you be paying it off with your debit card? Shouldn't it come out of your checking account?
Oh, not bill money, I'm sorry.
Shouldn't it be coming out of your checking account when you make your payments? Okay. All right. Anybody else have anything to say on that? You know what you said.
So then would
right?
I just have it coming out of my checking account versus using my debit card? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. Because how do you pay your bill in the first place? Your credit card bill, ma'am?
Well, it comes out of my checking account.
Okay, that's the way you would pay it. You would still be, because you don't pay your credit card.
I mean, because some bills I'll use my debit card.
What you thinking? What you really thinking?
That I should use my checking account versus my debit card.
Okay. If you're gonna do an ACH,
isn't it the same thing because it's coming out the same checking account, right?
Right. That's why. Yeah.
She's not using a debit card at all. See, the thing about using the credit card is you're still affecting. I'm sorry. The thing about using your debit card is if she lost that debit card, there's a 50-50 chance that you get that money back. Who has disputed something on their account and haven't gotten their money back? You can't tell me you haven't disputed stuff on your account and haven't gotten your money back before. Okay. So why even take that chance? If you're going to pay your bills, do the ACH. You already know what's coming out if you don't want to use your credit card. Okay. But after you pay off that credit card, then you want to go ahead and start using your credit card to pay. And then you pay your credit card once a month.
Okay.
So the reason why you're using your credit card is to show that you can use your credit card and pay it off. What does that do? It shows them that you are responsible and they increase your credit score. Increase your credit limit. Does that make sense? Like, oh, she uses a card and she pays it right off. Oh, well, let's go ahead and increase her limit or give her another card. Does that make sense now, Nikita? Because you've already built a relationship showing that you're responsible. Okay? That's what you're doing. You want them to know that you're responsible. All right, I am doing you guys.
I got a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
So with saying that, and I think this is my issue too, I took out a loan to say, let me build my credit. But then I paid my loan off too fast, which didn't help me build my credit. So it was like, okay, I'm trying to pay it off and do the right thing. But then at the same time, I just hurt myself because it didn't show that I had this loan open for a long period of time.
So how long did you have
that's
it?
That's why I'm always lost. Huh?
How long did you have it for? Because whenever you close it, whenever you pay it off, remember it closes an account.
So I think I took it off for 5 years and I paid it off in like 2.5. So I thought I was doing something great, but I wasn't because that closed.
It wasn't that, it was the fact that you, it was the fact that you paid it. It was paid in full. So you didn't have another account to come onto your account. See, every time you open up a new account, it could potentially mess with your scores. But anytime you pay something off, it will drop your score as well. And people don't know
that's
that.
My issue is because I was trained to, if you don't have the money, don't take out a credit, you pay it with card in islands. Like credit was not a thing that we were used to having. So it's pay it with money and that's what it is. So then when I'm finally like, okay, I'm trying to understand this credit thing and try to build credit, then I take out a card or a loan and then I pay it off. I'm like, well, I'm in the same boat. What's the point? So I'm still trying to figure it out.
They want you to keep the credit.
That's what I'm learning, I guess, now.
That's what they want you to do. They just want you to keep paying, okay? That's what they want you to do. But the goal is to make sure you have the least interest rate as possible. That's the goal. So if your credit is on point and you have the least, if your credit is on point and you have the least, okay, are you hearing what I'm saying? If you have the least interest rate, see, their goal is to keep you with poor credit so you can pay higher interest rate. That's what they're trying to do. They want you to pay higher interest rate. But here it is, you want to pay it off because you're like, I'm scared of credit. You can't be scared.
And my mind is like, I got a bill, I got to pay this bill off. Like, I don't want to hold on to this. And I messed myself up in the process.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
But we're going to fix that, right? So I just need you to take a deep breath. I don't want you to be stressed about this, okay? I want you to take a deep breath because see, now you're going to understand. It's when we don't know, that's why we're scared. We don't have time to be scared because now you know. Okay?
Yes.
I'm gonna make sure you know. All right. All right. So I am working on right now for the beautiful ladies that are doing virtual assistant and business credit. And we're going to do a split payment for you. I am excited about you guys coming on board. We're going to be doing a lot of things together. And you guys are going to have your insurance policy set up. Oh, that's going to be lovely. Okay. Because when you guys start becoming your own bank, that's an altogether different story. You're your own bank now. Okay. Do you know what that means? You don't need to be borrowing from nobody because you become your own bank. Okay. Yes, Linda, I was sending it to you right now. Okay. All right. And any other questions? Because I'm about to put this link in right
I
now.
have one.
Yes, ma'am.
Should we put it on a credit card so that once we get the business credit, then we can pay it off, or the payment if we want to join?
What'd you say?
Should we put it on the credit card? So when we get our business credit, we can pay it off.
What you think?
Of course. I'm thinking yes. That's why I asked. So I'm thinking we should, because I can't pay the whole thing. So
you answered your question. You answered your question.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna make it do what it do. That's all. Understand and know that we're gonna make it happen. Again, I don't want you guys thinking it's going to be overnight because we have to wait for them to respond when it comes to disputes and all of that. But we're going to be working diligently fast on the personal credit. And for those who are getting the virtual assistants and the virtual credit, we're going to be working fast for you as well. So,
well, should we do both? I mean, what makes sense to I mean, you need the VA, so would you just get your business straight first? Because I think I would.
Well,
need to get my business
I'm
straight.
putting both in, and let me tell you why. Because some people want to work on their credit immediately. Okay. Some people want to work on their credit immediately and say, okay, I may wait for the VA. Some people are like, I need a VA right now. Okay. So that's the link for the VA and the credit. The other one was strictly for just the credit. You make the decision. I would be giving me a VA now because I want to release some of the pressure. I'm being quite honest with you. Okay. I would be trying to release the pressure personally. That's just me. Okay. But you'll make that judgment. You have an opportunity to make a payment arrangement if that's what you need to do. Okay. But we're going to be here for you every step of the way. Okay. So there are both of the links for you guys. I cannot wait to work with you guys. Congratulations, the queen.
And Queen, go ahead and make sure that you message Erica, message E your email. I think all we need to set them up with the account, Dr. T, is the email, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna need her information. So once it's
Oh.
just her email and telephone number. Mhm.
Okay, email, telephone number, and of course your name. And then that way we can go ahead and forward that on your behalf so that you can get started.
Sounds like a deal. Now, I do have I have not a suggestion, but a question as far as where to start with the business credit. Do I just go on her site and just put in everything else?
We show you every step of the way on the Monday, so you'll be straight. Miss Linda, the last payment, it automatically takes the 500 off. So you don't have, it's at 1,500. I'm sorry, it's at 5,000. But on the last payment, it's going to automatically take the 500 off of that one. Okay. Are you paying in full, Miss Linda? Or were you doing a payment arrangement?
Is there a discount for paying it off?
If it's 45 straight.
Okay, then I need a payment arrangement.
Okay. Then just go ahead and just do the payment arrangement. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? Okay, Mr. Moore, you look cute on that pic. Okay, I didn't see that pic before. All right.
I have a question.
Additional cost outside of the virtual assistant. You have to pay them. Okay. We don't pay them. This is for us to find them for you. So you're going to get your virtual assistant itself. I tell you what. Okay, so I'm really finna mess you up. Anyone who pays for their virtual assistant in full gets 2 VAs instead of 1.
Ooh.
Wait, can I change?
I will say that.
Yeah, if you want to do that instead, that's on you. One or the other. You get to choose.
Yes.
Wait, can I change?
You want to do the 2 VAs?
Yes, because I could. yes.
I got you.
Like, wait a minute, hold on. She's like, ooh, wait, hold on.
If I can make enough money, this is just me. I'm just going in my head. Like, if the virtual assistants can get me to make enough money, since I am not working at the moment, but due to certain circumstances, I'm not working, and the way my background's set up, it's hard to find a job. So when I get a job, I usually stick with that one until they, figure out the truth. And like my background, but I'm not working right now, so I'm like, the VAs could help me leverage to make the money to be.
I wasn't even gonna open this up until Friday, but I didn't discuss this with you, so I apologize for putting you on the spot. But I do have an option for funding for my inner circle. And I wasn't even going to talk about inner circle till Friday, till everybody, got their full experience of mentorship to see if they want to do that. I would, this is doing a lot. There is an option to do an accelerator, which is a 90-day program. And then there's an option to do the full year with me. What the accelerator is $10K, the full year is $20K. I would, if you get approved for funding, I think the most you're going to pay is $350 a month for the look. Like I was not going to like now I'm sitting here trying to like look. I'm trying to beat you with deals and jump. What if now would you because they get an immediate, I think within 1 minute they get like a pre-qualification, but then it takes 2 days to get the final qualification. So would you be willing to reserve that 2,500 deal and that 4,500 deal if I built it into their inner circle? Would you be able to reserve that price for them? I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it if they join the inner circle.
Say what?
So wait.
Say what now?
Oh, okay. So I haven't told y'all about the inner circle offer. And this is an offer that could potentially get people financing. You would get the money up front, you pay for your inner circle spot up front, but you would only have to pay off between $350 and $500 a month for the entire program. And it gives you time. They'll let you pay it off in 3 to 5 years. But you could immediately get started, and I would immediately be able to give Dr. T her funds, and I would eat the cost of that out of the program just to make sure that you hit the ground running and that you could make that happen. But I would need Dr. T's permission to extend that offer to whoever may qualify for that, because I'm sure that 10 people probably have already signed up.
We haven't had anyone finish your applications yet. The one thing that I want to make sure is what's the data points on that? Okay, because remember, we got data points when we do the funding. So what does their scores need to be at in order to take?
It's a 620. They can have a 620. So the funding rate depends on their score. They can qualify as low as 620, and they just have to have W-2s that show that they can get that they have 35K as far as their W-2s for the last 3. You have to have proof for 3 months. And if you are 1099,
you're going through our usual funding place. Queen won't be able to do that one because if she's not working, she can't show W-2s now.
That one does. Well, no, Queen, I'm going to do hers straight up. This is just for the people who are interested in potentially doing the inner circle or this program that needs a lower payment option, but they could extend that out. Like I paid for my stuff pretty much up front because I wanted to make sure I wasn't paying any additional fees. I had it, like I acquired it doing the things that my coaches told me. So I felt like I wanted to go ahead and pay it. But this one is an option to basically enter the high level program, get the information, execute, and be able to pay off the program just as soon as you can. So you can pay it off earlier without penalties. So that is an option for people who are thinking about doing this, but don't think that they have the ability to pay $2,500 in the next 3 months. So I'm just offering that up.
Question. Who is interested in taking the course with Mrs. Shanon? Who's interested in having a 2-for-1? That's basically what it is.
Yeah, basically that's, yeah.
Who wants the 2-for-1? Miss Davina, I think Miss Machanda is, did I say that right? Miss Machanda? Please tell me I said it right.
I got my link somewhere. I didn't even have my link ready for this because I was not supposed to be presenting this, but I feel like if they could get into your program and simultaneously while I'm teaching them how to scale the creative side of their
business, that's a good idea, to be quite
honest. And they could build their credit simultaneously.
We can be doing their credit, we can be doing their VA,
right.
Then get in the program. So I'm willing to do that. I am, but credit will be a problem. Yeah, I would love to, but funding is my issue.
And that's the thing too. So what this is my thing. There's always a way. There's a way to afford anything that you need. Sometimes it's okay, I got to go run this play and get this $2,500 so that I can get into this scenario that's going to help me potentially 10x that investment, right? So my goal is I'm trying to see, well, how can we get you in so that you're immediately able to really apply what you need to apply to start making the money to get to where you can afford these things.
Yeah, that would be killer. That would be actually killer for those, because we literally have, when will it start? It starts now, Nicole. It will start. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 individuals that want to partake. Ms. Davina, Nicole, Nikia, Machanda. How do I say that, please?
Mashonda.
Oh, I was close. Mashonda. Okay. So we got Ms. Mashonda, Valoria. Well, Valoria has an issue. Gayan, Christina, Natanya, Sharon, what is the price of yours? Shannon, hers is 10K.
It's 10K for 90 days. So you get 90 days mentorship. We meet weekly, every single week. And then I bring on guests like Dr. T within there so that you're getting like your one-on-one time with specialists. So I have people coming on that are experts in Instagram marketing, YouTube marketing, of course, finance, all sorts of people that are going to be coming on in addition to what
Hold on. I don't mean to interrupt you, sis.
Go ahead.
And don't you ever say that again, that you don't feel worthy.
You see that?
Don't you ever say that ever again. Don't block your blessings by putting a curse on yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do not curse yourself by saying that you are not worthy. Every single one of you is worthy, if that's what you want. Does that make sense? Don't block your blessing. Because you don't even know if this was actually what you were supposed to receive. But by saying that, you can block your blessing. Okay? This is your way out. This is your way out. You have to be willing to receive. Okay? So Shannon is willing to do a 2-for-1. I'm down for that for those who want to partake and who are serious about it, taking it for she's getting you guys yes, renounce those words. Okay? Because this is your doorway to get what you finally want. DeMarcus, Nakia, Diane, Sharon, Valoria, Alicia, Ebony, Tina, Amor, Toya, Chrissy, Christina, Linda, Davina, Mrs. Jennings, Ashanti, Darlene, Teresa, Cassandra, Natanya, Donette, Coach Corey, Queen, Nicole, and Latrice. If you don't speak it into existence, do not curse yourself, do not curse your businesses with doubt, because what you think is what's going to happen. Okay? So she put the financing in with ease. Ease will allow you to, they're great. They'll give you your monthly payments. You do have to have a 620. You can't have any collections, that I do know, okay? Because we use ease as well. You can't have any collections on there. So I hope nobody has any collection to be in a position to get there. Teresa, come on, quit playing.
And y'all can go ahead and fill out the application now. This is a soft pull at this point, right? Right, Dr. T, this is a soft pull when you're initially doing this, it'll give you a result in like, I think 1 or 2 minutes. So if you do that right now, and we understand that, I want you to put, if you're interested in the 10K program, go ahead and put like 12K is what you're trying to get, something that's over. And if you're interested in the 20K, then put, I think if you're interested in the 10K, put 11. And if you're interested in the 20, put 22. So you have like a 10% buffer, just in case you have like any,
because there's an actual fee. There's an actual underwriting fee that they're going to charge. I think it's anywhere from $500. So that will be taken off the top of the money. And I think it's another nominal fee that's being charged. So you will be responsible for that portion. When that comes in, we will be doing an automatic draft from you that way. So there'll be no issues. And the question is, I can't use the 10. What do you mean, Cassandra, you can't use the 10? I'm confused. Miss Cassandra, where did you go, love?
No, I was saying I can't use it because I am a widow of a disabled veteran, and I was a stay-at-home mom for over 20 years. So I have no work.
Yeah, they require, if you have 1099s, they require them to go back 2 years. So even if you're working for yourself, they said they require them to go 2 years and with tax returns. So they do allow 1099, or like, let's say you're self-employed, but
or
they just require.
Or retired.
Oh, really?
Someone that was retired. Yes.
Really?
Emily was retired and Emily was able to use it. And Emily, because she was retired, it was $40,000. She worked for Delta. She was able to get the loan as well.
Okay, but I haven't worked since 2018. I've been a stay-at-home mom for years, and my husband passed away, which was a disabled veteran whom I took care of for 8 years at home before he passed away. So I have no work.
But you still have income, correct?
Yes.
That's considered income. So if it's over 35K, that's considered income.
It's not over 35K. I'm living off the death benefits from the VA.
And this is the reason why we have to get you straight, Miss Cassandra. You see what I'm saying? No one should be limited, okay? Now, one person should be limited. So we need to work something out for her.
Well, you're in this challenge too. So I would say let's complete the challenge. Let's look at what you are able to do with the work that you're doing right now. And we'll have opportunities. It's just when it comes to these type of the high value premium offers, the funding is like, this is almost as good as it's going to get for like breaking down the funding to smaller payment amounts. And then the other options is like T has, where you can do it, break it up into 3 months payments, but you're going to have to be able to pay those upfront, like the $1,000, $750 and $750 for the $2,500. Now, if that's something that you can do, then they're there for that too.
I do PayPal. I actually do PayPal credit too. So if somebody wants to do the PayPal credit, they can do PayPal credit with you as well, Shannon.
Okay, so the PayPal credit, let me see if I have that link, because I've never used the PayPal credit link.
Oh, that is super duper like crazy easy. That you're talking about between the two of them, between PayPal credit and Miss Cassandra, you might be able to use the PayPal credit. Okay, what's your scores? That's the other option.
Didn't think of that.
I have a 791.
Girl, you better go on over to PayPal credit. Make them low payments over there. Okay.
So do you have a is it an affiliate link for PayPal credit, or do I just give them because I'm just seeing the regular?
Hold on one second. Hold on, let me get it for you. Okay. But that's the great option what Shannon and I have. Not only will you be able to use ease, you can actually use PayPal credit. And if I believe correctly, Miss Shannon, it is a little bit less on the payments with PayPal credit, just a little bit, but it's still, an option. Okay, hold on one second. Let me get it.
Look, we over here masterminding. Like, listen, if you say that you need something, like we're finding ways to pull things together and make it happen. But I think that's what we've been doing our whole careers as individuals, that will do what it takes not only to survive, but to thrive. And that's what you're doing as an entrepreneur. That's what you're doing when you're raising your family, and you're going to make sure that you do everything within your power to have the resources that you need for your family. So this is no different. This is literally us trying to help you do the best that you can do, have the most impact that you can have, and like literally on the spot helping to make deals. Like this is probably not something that T typically does.
No, I'm just like, the fact that you're even willing to go, I was like, what? You know, like, if we're gonna help the masses, then let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
But there's no interest if it's, you guys, I just put the link in for the PayPal. And the beautiful thing is you're paying directly to PayPal. Okay. And then you just pay Shanon. And Shanon has PayPal. Okay. So you have two options. You have the Ease Consulting and you have the PayPal credit. And both of those will give you an answer now.
Yeah.
Okay. They'll give you an answer now. All right.
Does anybody need any help going through the application just to make sure? Like I said, with Ease, I think is PayPal once you accept it or when you apply that it is going to be an inquiry.
Either, yes, it's going to be an inquiry.
So PayPal is going to be an inquiry, just giving you that information. Ease will be an inquiry when you accept. So, or when they go to verify you and do their underwriting. But as of right now, there's no hurt or harm at all in going ahead and doing the application for Ease. They said it takes 1 minute and it will let you know instantly if you're eligible based on the information. And of course, they're going to verify information and stuff in about two days. I think within 48 hours to 72 hours, the funding will be available and you're going to do ACH to enroll in the program. Y'all, I haven't even got a chance to tell y'all about the Inner Circle program yet. So I'm really, really excited about this. I would love, and T, we've got to talk about this too, but I would love for this to be a part of what you implement as soon as you start.
Yeah, because they'll get their VAs, as you know, you're going to be getting your VAs within the next 2 weeks. Okay. That's the beautiful thing about it. So they'll be working on your business because we'll be hiring individuals based on your needs. And then we'll be working on your credit at the same time. And you're in Shanon's program. So you'll be learning and earning at the same time. So it becomes a win-win situation. I did not know Shanon was going to include me in. I'm like over here trying not to cry. I'm like,
look, and T, I think this is something that you and I can talk off of camera, but this is something that's needed. So I would love to have, something like this as a part of what they walk through this process. Then I could focus on the meat and potatoes and not have to, because I know how to get business funding. It's not my forte though. It's not my strong suit. I don't have that as my, it's not the battery that drives me. This is something that is your passion. This is what you love to see happen for people. So my thing that I'm learning throughout this whole process is, and what's so funny, my dad would tell me this growing up. And when I tell you, I hear my daddy's voice now more than ever, especially in these mentorships, because it's so funny because I feel like he's picking at me because he's told me these things my whole life. He would say, Shanon, play your position. And I'm like, because I know I could do everything. I could play your position. And I feel like we can be so much more powerful if we're in our respective assignments and we're helping people make the greater impact.
And that's what it's all about. So, Ms. Johnetta, you had a question?
No, it was answered. I just wanted to know. I mean, I need help with PayPal. I would like to try the PayPal.
Okay.
You got the PayPal link there?
So you're going to walk through the process for the PayPal for applying for the amount. Okay. I just started a new job in July. I tried Ease. Did they decline you for Ease? You can write it in the chat. Okay. Did you put that you started a new job or you're in the same profession, right? So one person got declined for Ease. What's your credit score? Do you know? You're in the same profession, so you didn't have to. It was med 6. Oh, 620. Did you have a collection on there? You got collection or charge off, or is it just high utilization? Okay.